Okay, I just want to say you are fighting for the cause of Malaysians. So thank you once again. But I'm one of the guy who is in fault for not fighting for what we should have, like what you're doing. So what can we as Malaysians do to make it a better place to live?
Vote.
You know, or I don't know, like for people like who are not able to contribute in politics, what can we do in a way to contribute in politics?
Talk.
Shit.
Talk. Have conversations.
Well, then this is good.
Have conversations outside your bubble.
Oh, it
Not
gives you
within.
nuance. It gives you nuance because sometimes when you hang out with the same people, they give you the same type of feedback and then it reinforces it could be a wrong way of thinking.
Yeah.
And also, like, I think if, like, for example, if I had someone from BN, I'm pretty sure they would have a very different perspective as to why, you know? So maybe you're right in that sense. Like, because, you know, among us, I think we are like T20, M40-ish. But you don't really see the B40 people. And then when you have conversations with them, their ideologies and it's very different. So I think when you have conversations there, I think it definitely does
Even
help.
within your own M40 or T20 or B40,
I'm pretty sure they have
it's very
different
diverse.
perspectives.
Yeah. So have conversations outside your bubble. Talk to other people. Whether you agree or not is a different thing, and you really don't have to agree with them.
Just gotta learn.
Yes, at least you know where they're coming from, why they think like that.
Yeah.
Whether you think it's right or wrong is immaterial, but at least you have some kind of empathy. I don't really like the word sympathy, to be very honest. Sympathy is almost like you looking down on someone.
Yeah, it's like pathetic. Like that.
Yeah. I prefer the word empathy.
You put yourself in the person's shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And empathy doesn't mean you must agree with the person, but you understand where this person is coming from. And I think the reason why, you know, all this racism and, you know, all this hate comes along is because we
don't
are
see it.
fearful.
Oh.
We are afraid
Of what we don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
It's always that way, man.
Yeah. And fear is such a powerful tool for people in power
Manipulate.
to keep you in line.
Yeah.
Jeng.
Anywhere in the
Which is
country.
the fact of the matter, I think the whole COVID pandemic thing is a testament to that. If you look
Yeah.
at it, right, they show you red color numbers.
And then suddenly got blue.
And then suddenly got blue. You know, they show you like number of deaths, and then they keep you at home, right? That type of thing. And then, because you're at home, you can't do anything. And then we rob you of freedoms, and then we give it to you, provided you do what we want. You get vaccinated, then only you get back your freedoms. So that fear definitely is a...
Yeah. Fear is a very, very...
Oh, you go toilet.
It's a very powerful tool.
It is. It is.
So for me, you need to get over the fear.
Yeah,
you need
man.
to speak to people who are different from you.
Actually, there was one question I had over here about how how would you do that, right? Knowing that you had so much at stake. So, for example, I work for my mom. And she does events. And it's very difficult because when you say something, like let's say on YouTube, and I say a lot of stupid shit, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm afraid that what I say could potentially affect the overall business. And when I say this, I don't mean it in a very I want to hold on to my money type of thing. Because as a business, you have to pay people salaries. And they are Chinese, they are Indians, there's Malays, everything in the company as well. And these people's livelihoods are at stake. So when you do voice out, when you do have conversations, especially in public like this, when people can rewatch it, take it out of context and all that, how do you think people can approach that without getting everything they have at stake? Not for them to worry about it. You see, that's the thing. Hence the question of freedom of speech, right? How do you balance all this? It's so difficult, you know. So it's so respectable when you do it.
So when I said have conversations with people, other people, it doesn't always have to be heavy
Heated,
conversations. Have you ever been into a masjid before?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
A lot of people have not been into a masjid before.
Oh shit.
A lot of people
I even
have
wore
not
the whole
done that.
gown thing because you can't show your legs and your
Yeah.
arms and all that.
So a lot of people have not gone into houses of worship that are not
Their own.
their own. And you know, just things like that can really, if you start going to other people's houses of worship and you sit and you don't even have to ask hard questions. Like you go to a Sikh Gurdwara and you see they all cover their heads. You would think it's a very Muslim thing to do, that you must cover your head. But the Sikhs do it as well.
Yeah.
Why? So it's just a very simple question, why? And then they'll be more than happy to explain to you why.
Especially because they're the place of worship, right? It's not like you're gonna start a war there, right?
Yeah.
They're probably gonna explain it to you.
And
In a
you,
very
it's not
mild
like,
manner.
why must I wear? No, you're just asking very genuinely, how come you all have to cover?
Yeah.
And they'll be more than happy to tell you why. Or simple things like, do you know what Pongal is?
Yeah.
Of course you know what Pongal is, but do you know what Pongal is?
I have no idea what Pongal is.
Exactly. We don't know.
Bro, but you're asking the wrong guy because I don't even know like what Chap Gome is for. Like,
What is I honestly don't
Wait,
know.
Do
it's
you
the
know what
15th
Chap Gome is?
It's the 15th day of Chinese. New
Yeah,
Year,
okay,
what?
but wrong person to ask. Like, of course he knows this. Like.
he has to know.
I have to know, bro.
Because
I know 520, so watch out.
Oh.
what's 520?
Is that's like the date? Suddenly just say "wo ai ni" in Mandarin, and then it's a
Oh,
special
because it's
code.
Wu. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
okay.
your girlfriend be like, "So what are you doing for me?" And then I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's
I don't even know how Wu Erling sounds like what I need.
ask me.
It
I
doesn't
ask
make any sense.
you.
I fucking interrogated my girlfriend.
This one I don't understand.
Like that doesn't check out.
I don't
Yeah, it doesn't
It doesn't check out at all.
But apparently it is a
I know, right?
big phenomenon.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And it got me into trouble.
No, it's a China thing, ma.
Erling or Aini, I don't know.
It doesn't
how-
even sound
yeah,
the same.
Yeah.
I cannot, man.
So is the one piece?
But I know a lot of things about Chinese.
She didn't even bring it up. I brought it up. I was like,
You don't
why
have
does
a
this make
choice,
sense?
bro.
I have no choice, bro.
You don't have a
Everything married
choice.
into
My
one, man.
dad knows a lot of Chinese stuff as well. He doesn't have a choice.
Nice.
So this is Pongal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so okay.
Isn't Pongal a celebration?
It's like Pesta Menuai for the Indians.
Oh, it's harvest. It's
It's
harvest.
harvest. Yeah, it's harvest.
oh.
So the food is also called Pongal. The food they eat during Pongal is actually called Pongal also.
What is Pongal?
So Pongal is a harvest festival
Okay.
for the Tamils.
Okay. Is it rice or is it?
So that's rice and milk essentially.
Oh shit.
Rice, milk, sugar.
Cashews?
Yeah.
I saw
What
I saw
is
some cashews.
jaggery?
Jaggery is a type of sugar.
Oh damn.
Like brown sugar?
Yeah.
Oh, like gula melaka lah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So things like this, like a good question to ask would be, Thaipusam, they poke through their bodies.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Oh, it's because they bring them closer to. It's like the pain
Yeah.
is
So
brings them nearer.
Questions like this, we don't ask each other. We don't sit and talk.
You just go, ooh, that's
We don't
freaky
even have to
deaky."
talk about politics. Don't have to talk about politics. We just talk about basic things like this, and then just to understand each other, why we do the things we do.
And then the culture is somewhat.
You're not afraid
fuels
of the culture.
curiosity. Yeah.
Yes. So just things like that, and I really, really, really think this kind of conversations really help with racism. It really does. I really think so, because it's just essentially fear. So when the Jawi issue came about,
Yeah.
a lot of people opposed the Jawi 3 pages,
Okay.
and they did not even know what Jawi was in the first place. It's nothing to do with Islam. It's just
I legit thought it was fucking about Islam, bro.
nothing to do with Islam.
What's Jawi then?
Jawi is
Isn't
just
Jawi
Malay.
like, yeah, intact? It's manuscript, right? No man.
Okay, so Malay now is written in
Jawi, right?
now it is written in Romanized form.
Yeah.
Western Malay,
Of course,
the Malay
it's
language.
ABCD word.
Oh, Malay
Science
language.
SAYA.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the like in the Quran and then they write it.
Yeah lah. So Jawi is just different.
So
right?
Jawi is just using that script. But so here's the thing: how come we don't say, "Oh, we're following the Matsaleh now because we are writing in
Romanized.
yeah, but we're not. It's just something that suits the time of the day. And at that time, we had a lot of Arabic, Middle Eastern influences coming, businessmen and all.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's why.
It suited the time of the day
Yeah.
to write in a script that people could understand. It had nothing to do with Islam. And in fact, before Jawi, there were other scripts to write Malay. So it's just the time of the
time.
day. And wouldn't it be nice to know something like this?
Yeah, that would be great.